That's what makes it.
How much you charge for that? Well, they send you the sneakers and I charge them $400. I stay busy with everything.
So we got to work together to make it work. So I got to listen. It is go time. I hope it's go time for you. Membership or something for you to get in there?
Yeah, you have to.
Welcome. How you doing, bro? This is crazy setup right here. There we go. How you doing?
Yes, hanging in there. What's going on?
I'm good. Hanging in there as well. Excited about our conversation today. You know, Biggie's mom passed. Did you see that?
Yes, I got that flash up when I was at work today. Yeah.
Man, she was only 72 years old.
Yeah, man, the legendary queen of hip hop, pretty much. Yeah.
What do you think? Especially with everything that's been going on in the news with Puffy and you know the allegations that they have with him with Big. Do you think her heart was really hurting bad too? On top of
that too. Yeah, she it did close to his death in March too. So you know what I mean. So she got a lot of things going on. I mean, grieving and all that. So she's still going through what she's going through, and God called her home. They come on to the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How was work today?
Oh, definitely. Grinding. Do what I do. Every day, all day.
Yeah. I know one thing. I think I say it every year, but I'm really over this snow. I'd rather get all the snow dumped at once than snowing every day. Like I'm over it. I'm over it.
One thing that
how does it feel for you being back in the snow?
It's cool, but it's like they just snow for me. It's the wind and the blowing, the wind and all that. It's the extra stuff that come with it that bothers me. I could deal with the snow. Which lately, this past couple of days, it's just been snowing. It ain't been windy and nothing like that. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with that. But I am tired of it because we got a lot of it in the beginning and it was very consistent. And then, we thought that was it. And then it melted and another storm came. So it's like, it gets definitely overwhelmed after a while. You know what I'm saying?
That is for sure. I'm sitting here trying to share this as well. You want to get into some Loganberry while I share this out? Or the one we don't have in the Vet Green Show chamber. You were playing the other day. I have forgot. It had been so long. That song always reminds me of Miss Arkansas. And happy birthday, Miss Arkansas. She just celebrated her birthday yesterday. Yeah. So big shout out to you. Love, but I was like, dang, we don't have that one in the chamber over here, and I didn't have the MP3 roses.
We everything is in the other chamber.
The other chamber,
in the pop-up show with the Joker chamber, and and I believe I got a copy of it on and Big Mike's joint too. But we can go ahead and play some Buffalo to Brooklyn video or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
While I share this out.
They really feel me, I ain't keeping in touch. When they down low, hating, don't be peeping in much. That's why I'm on the low when I'm getting this dough. Just like Uncle Luke when they peeping the show. Even the roads in concrete be forced to grow. That ground you be under if you forced to low. Yeah, 4, 5, 6 be slick just like CeeLo. Chest so big to grind like Rambo. First blood is spilled, tension is built. Every sentence, every bar, every mention is killed.
Okay, caught the ball, you sipping on Bacardi. You lying in your rhymes, I'm lying like Ed Hardy.
Bugatti skirt, 0 to 60. If I stop to think or blink, you might miss me.
Mach 10 to win, smack grin. Blessing my mess, somehow I still sin. Why? Crooks off the book, you shook like vibrators. We driving a ride, we out like radiators.
Yeah. Tailgaters, kill haters, snipe shit. Dutch clear, nothing left but night shit.
Gang shots, 5 hits, real quick. Changed up the ski mask and outfit.
Night dog, we lit, Edison. Sip the yak while Joker smoke the medicine.
That's why they call me the high joke. You like the match without no smoke.
Mike Jordan, game 6, I won't choke. They complain about shit, but won't vote.
This the realest shit that I wrote. You cats not hard, you soft like egg yolk. Paul.
Cause, give me a round of applause. Don't come around here unless you come with bars.
Oh shoot! I didn't even hit live over here on.
That's how it be. You got a lot of things going on.
Man, bro, I'm sitting here. I done forgot to hit live over here. I'm just tripping out. Yeah, Vocero and Latina Gina are running a little bit late. That's how it is when you are family, Ian. So they'll be here in a little bit. But I wonder, what do you think about all these airplanes, these crashes and stuff, like all of the stuff that's going on?
Man,
are you concerned at all? Or it's like,
of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't say too much. You know, and me being a right now's brother, can't say too much because you know how they put a flag something. You know, but it's something going on. I think people to just stay vigilant at all times and be careful. Really, those who know, you know what you do. Those who don't know, you know what I'm saying, make some changes of what you got going on, you know, for the summer. You know what I mean? One thing I can say is be careful on if you're going to any cruises. You know what I'm saying? Just a little something I just want to throw out there. Just be careful going on cruises. You know what I mean? Anything that's in the trap area, make sure you vigilant of all times. Be careful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really jumping to do any cruises. I'm not gonna be jumping to do any even get on the plane for a while. You know what I mean? You know, and sometimes it's kind of rough on the Greyhound and train too. You know, them things get a little suspect here and there. So, you know what I'm saying? So the best bet is try to travel, you know what I'm saying, how you travel or driving your own vehicle or renting a car or whatever you got going on. Just try to be, I ain't trying to put no fear in nobody, but anybody be scared, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's a spooky moment for everybody.
Yeah. What about you all over here on TikTok? Welcome. Hey, Miss Parker. Hello, everybody. Hey, Pam. Hello, everybody that's tuning in right now. Yeah. And you know what? I am trying not to succumb to the fear that they're painting for us right now, because it seems like every little thing that happens, if the brakes go out, then it's front page news, So it's every little thing that happens. And not that these things are not important, right, Royal? Hey, baby girl, not that these things are not important. It's just like, man, I feel like they also want to put that fear factor in us as far as flying. And let me know, as you all are coming in, are any of you like afraid or at least cautioned now as you are making plans? Because we have the summertime coming. People are going to be traveling. Baby girl said it's definitely a part in it for her. And baby girl be traveling. So baby girl, as far as your travel plans, are you going to now like not fly? Are you thinking of now driving or taking the Amtrak? Like I like Amtrak.
Yeah, Amtrak is cool. You know, it's you just you just gotta be in your follow your inner being if you in tune with yourself. I know a lot of people get distracted not to be in tune with yourself. You get distracted on a lot of things going on in this world and what you got going on in lifing, but you still got to be in tune as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? And that comes with prayer and fasting and all that type of thing. That anything spiritual that you have in your life, make sure you stay in tune and stay in depth with your own inner self, so you know what to do and not to do. And follow that intuition very carefully. Intuition is God speaking to you. So,
were you surprised? Hey, Teresa, baby girl said, I already prefer train, to be honest, and it's because of this. So she's saying she already preferred the train. Yeah, I like the train. So I never was a fan of flying, but I must admit that this right here, all of this stuff that's going on, and I'll get into that story. I think the latest was Delta. I mean, this plane flipped upside down. Like,
that's on. The one thing about having things on camera and video, man, when you're seeing it, is it gives a different. It's a different hit you different when you actually seeing the live things and then seeing and watching the news, and you know what I'm saying. Now it's get to the point that the news can't even sugarcoat nothing no more, because you got the phones, you got the, you know what I mean, and the data. You know what I'm saying. There's a lot of things with this data thing that everybody want to grab onto, because that's where the new bag at. So it's like everybody want the data. So so you got to be, saying it's just really it's heartbroken. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying. We just got to keep on. Don't put no fear in this thing. I'm not really.
So the New York Times is reporting, and other outlets are reporting also. Hey, Christy. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Travel Diva. Hey, Sonia. Hey, Aaron. Everybody, come on in. Keisha, Matthew. So Delta is offering, and let me know, those of you who are on TikTok are over here on YouTube and Facebook. So the New York Times is reporting that Delta offers their passengers $30,000 on that plane that crashed in Toronto. The airline said that it told the 76 passengers who had been on the plane, and this is what the New York Times is reporting, which crashed and flipped over on Monday, that the offer came with no strings attached. Yeah, does that mean it's going to hit my taxes, though? Does that mean I'm going to have to claim this extra income on my taxes because of some craziness? Let me see. They're saying, so Delta Airlines said on Wednesday that it was offering $30,000 to each passenger who was aboard the flight from Minneapolis that crashed and flipped upside down this past week while trying to land in Toronto. All 80 people, 76 passengers, and 40 crew members who were on Delta. Who were on Delta flight 4819 survived after the jet made a rough landing and rolled over, ending belly up with its right wing sheared off at Toronto Pearson International Airport on Monday. Now, when all of this went down, I was like, because my oldest daughter had called me and she was like, Mom, like, what is going on here? And I don't want my kids to be scared. So I'm like, baby, don't even worry about it. Plane crashes all the time. So what I did was I looked into how often do we have plane accidents and where do they often happen? Well, we have accidents all the time, everybody. Yes, the majority of those being in Alaska, and it's because of the weather conditions in Alaska, which is why they have a lot more plane crashes than other places. So I sent her that just to reassure her, but at the same time, it's like, man, how much more of this? And would you take the $30,000 and not pursue anything else?
I mean, because they're doing that because people need it right now. And it's like if you go through the process, it's gonna take a while. So I would take I would take 30 and keep moving. Any case that you do, it's gonna take a couple years.
Yeah, that's true. Bro, I know people that's waiting on cases from longer than that, 2-3 years ago. And those of you who are tuning in over on TikTok and YouTube, even if you are watching a replay, let us know in the chat, would you take the $30,000 and just be done with it, especially if you're all right? Because they're saying of the 21 passengers who were taken to the hospitals. All but one had been released by Wednesday morning. None of the passengers had life-threatening injuries, but that you don't know what's going to happen down the line. I remember I had Phil in Family Dollar, and it was probably a couple of years before I realized what had happened. I had a torn meniscus due to that fall, but you never know. You never know. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to Green Links Media, everybody. Green Links World Entertainment. Subscribe to our channel, Trudy, Black Girl, Sonia, Growing. Let's talk about that Jay-Z case. And we're going to talk about a lot of this stuff tomorrow morning, everybody. So make sure, if you have not, you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have one of our favorite shows. A lot of our listeners love the Morning Show podcast. It will show every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. You know, we've committed to that. We can't commit to any other days but that.
Right.
So, but we're bringing them that, and they love it. Those numbers are crazy from last Saturday.
Appreciate everybody supporting and showing the love, man. A worldwide movement going on. You know what I mean? We appreciate those who tuning in, and it's going to be a good one tomorrow morning. So tune in tomorrow morning. It's going to be off the chain, 10 a.m. sharp. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We're going to talk. We're going to talk entertainment news, as well as our guest just arrived, as well as we're going to get into some new marketing things as well tomorrow. I know I've been running with the stuff that I got from you and those numbers. I am so happy that I can actually see the results of the work. You know, me being consistent, like you said, just stay consistent, pay attention to, you know, just doing that stuff. I was able to see the growth. So I'm
you super consistent. That's what that is. You put that turbo on that thing. Yeah.
Man, bro, listen, you kept saying be consistent, and I see what happens when I am consistent. I was listening, you know, that free 99 that you have been giving on the Morning Show podcast for months, for years. I was picking it up a lot. Sometimes for me, like you know how you store something, but you may not use it right away. Yeah. For some stuff, that's what I was doing. And like, I do it too. Yeah. Right. So as I'm working, and I'm like, okay, I remember Franklin saying such and such, let me try this. And shoot, YouTube is working for us. So we can bring our guests.
But the crazy thing about that too, though, I want to say this real quick, is that you doing it organically. When I say organically, that means you didn't use, like, you didn't do Google ads, you didn't do you know what I'm saying, the conversion ads, nothing like that. You did it the simple way to where everything is organic. That's organic. We know it's organically. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that way that I'm teaching. It ain't organically, but it gives that different feeling of the person is really loving what you're doing. When you're doing them other ads and stuff on YouTube, you know what I mean? What's the chances of those people staying? Because they just see something that caught their eye. Okay, boom, and then once they see the other things you got going on, they might not love that. It might not touch their spirit. You might get 1 or 2 out of 100 people, you know what I mean, out of that situation. But when you're doing is, the algorithm is actually sending people who actually love that type of stuff that you're doing. So that makes it organic.
Yeah, which is what I love. And it was no big names or anything like that, which is what I love. I mean, eventually I want to get there. Hey, y'all, two of my favorite. I love this couple. You guys really are out here, you know, doing what it is that couples do and showing it, which I love. So welcome to the stage, both of you. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience. I think you're on mute.
You're on mute.
Okay, hi, how you doing, guys? My name is Vocero Omar, and this is
Latina Gina. You gotta do it like that.
I do gotta do it like that.
And I know you guys are probably just getting settled in. I know how it is. That's why I'm like, listen, we know how it is. Joker 2, bro, just coming. We are just literally. I know how it is. Hey, Really Rich Real. Big shout out to you. So Latina Gina, this is your first time being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you for coming up and listen. I don't know what you're saying in that one song, but Lord knows it's beautiful.
You want to tell them what I'm saying?
No, that's what you're saying.
You understand Spanish? Show them your skills.
Oh, they know when I said the song. Go ahead. Teach them to be all bashful and everything. I'm gonna sit. You want to talk?
You know Spanish.
I do.
Okay, so basically, it's a person being spoiled. You know, when you're in a relationship, and you so used to somebody saying yes to you that when they say no to you, you're like, I'm not used to that. And you know, you throw a tantrum sometimes when you're so used to getting spoiled. When you don't get spoiled, you get a little tantrum, turn into this little kid. So yeah,
you step on my neck.
Yeah, you basically don't like. That's what the song is saying. I know you tell me no, but that's why I cry inside. So you can't see it, but I'm crying inside. I'm really upset that you say to me no. That's what the song is about.
So talk to us how it came about, love. Now, do you consider yourself spoiled?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. Sometimes, because you get spoiled more than I do.
I mean, if you ask me about me, I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled. It's not sometimes. I'm spoiled. Even if I'm saying sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But that pie chart, if you're like the majority, we're both spoiled.
Well, who's more spoiled?
You.
That's a lie.
You.
That is a bold lie.
I would say men are normally more spoiled.
I'm talking about between you and I, not my family, none of that. You're spoiled.
I mean, my parents say spoil me.
Okay, so he wants to take it there. We're going to take it there. I feel like he's more spoiled because I work, I take care of the kids, I clean, I cook, I give free poom poom. Okay.
That's a part of the marriage with the free poom poom.
Okay, and on top of that, I fold your clothes.
I folded yours.
I put them away. You do chores for me once in a blue moon.
Today's amazing. A blue moon. It's the blue moon today. I folded the clothes right before we got on here. You know what I'm saying? I work too. I take care of the kids. I got them dressed and everything.
Look at you. Amazing.
Let me say this.
2 moons.
Let me say this.
I just feel like he's more spoiled than I am.
Okay.
Us women
you guys.
We do.
You guys are a young couple that's married.
Yeah.
A young couple that feels like
that's different. Because when you get more into the marriage, once you get in that 10-year mark, in that 20 years, but y'all still got to
8 years married.
You have 8 years married? Okay, now y'all still in that young stage where y'all didn't get to the legendary stage yet of marriage.
So 13. Okay, so we 13 together, 13 years together, 8 years married.
How many years with kids?
10 going on 11 because Eli the first.
Jesus Christ, 11 years with kids.
11. So let me ask you that because that's one of the topics. So Vocero, I saw that when you share your wife's music, you have put in there, what are the ingredients for a healthy relationship? And I thought that one, being that you guys are really young. I mean, me and Joker, listen, if you listen to my son, me and Joker are ancient because he thinks anybody born before in the 1980s is ancient, is old.
They
so
call it ancient.
Yeah.
If they said your birthday starts and you say 1990 something or 19 something, you're old.
See, that's crazy.
I respect that. I respect that. I'm a triple OG. I'm a triple OG all day.
I'm into
all day. What, the 1900s?
Nah, it's crazy because my son had told me a few days ago, like, Dad, when you grew up, was your life in black and white?
Jeez.
It's like, bro, hold up, wait. Hold
up. Bad. It's that bad.
Like
it's horrible. These kids. That's them 2000 babies. Because my oldest 4 are all 1900 kids. The last 2, they were born in the 2000s. So they look at everybody, the 1900 kids, as old.
Listen, let me tell y'all something about us that's born in the 70s and the 80s, okay? We grew up in the 90s. Yeah. You know what I mean? We was actually had a followers, not like social media. We had in a physical. Yes. Okay. But our Facebook or Instagram was like when you had your bike in the front. Yeah. Everybody's bike was in front of the house. You can know that's Joey, that's Tika, that's Jonathan, that's Sean, You know what I'm saying? We knew that was our Facebook. We had to ride our bikes around the neighborhood, see where everybody's bike was at.
Know where the spot's at.
We had the long telephone cord to like walk around the whole house with it. Like, Mom, hang up the phone. I know you listening to my call.
No cordless, none of that. Nah, we had the long 100-foot that came from the kitchen all the way to the
Oh my goodness. That is too funny, Latina Gina, because one of the conversations he had today with my little niece, they were talking about phones that you have to actually, like the house phones where you have to dial.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh my God.
They didn't see the one that you literally have to like.
I like those. I still like those.
Right? The number right.
If I can find one, I'm getting one. I'm not going to use it. Just have it in my house, just to have it.
That is too funny. Well, listen, we're going to get into the music, but I also want to get into the conversation as well, because you both are married with children. At the same time, you're in the industry, you know, whether you're working, you know, you got gig jobs, but you're still in the industry. You still have your foot in the industry. So what have you found to be a good ingredient as far as a healthy relationship and being able to find balance between those two?
I can start from my balance. You speak for your balance. Yeah. And you mean what we find to be the healthy ingredients. So for me, what gives for a healthy relationship? My dynamic will be a lot different for a lot of people because they don't marry or be in a relationship with people that does the same thing as them. So for me, that's
another thing.
Being right there with me every step of the creative way and like business way of the music, the pursuit of a music career, that right there is like our non-negotiables kind of thing. Like, I'm there for you, you're there for me. And that right there already builds like a strong root because where we met was in a music program in high school. So it's like staying true to those roots. You know what I'm saying? We met, I was trying to make beats for her, you know, and she was trying to get her first songs recorded. So, you know what I mean? As long as we keep that dynamic, you know, it still feel like we're in that same moment that we met. As far as the balance, it's still a struggle trying to balance everything because you got music and family and then extended family and then work and like just adulting period just makes it really hard to balance your love life because it seems like everybody pulls from you different ways. And I established I'm spoiled and I get in my feelings when everybody acts too much of her. And I be telling her like sometimes
no time for you.
You have to be selfish with your time because you look like you're gonna pull your hair out trying to appease everybody, but you haven't even sat down and ate dinner
at all.
And it's like,
and that's good that you do that. You know what? That's commendable because that shows that one, you're in tune with your wife, which is great because when she's unable to do it, then you're her backbone, you know, and vice versa. So that's a really great thing. And by you both being, I wish I was that in tune at how, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
We're not 30. We just
turned 30.
He just turned 30. I've been 30 since August. You know what I'm saying? But I've been 30 for like the past 4 or 5 years. All my friends been telling me I've been 30 since I was 26, and I'm like,
you guys don't look like you're 30 anything.
But we have old souls. I can speak on me when it comes to my soul. I feel like I definitely have an old soul. I was raised by my grandparents. Those are my parents. You know, my mom is 65 and my dad's 85. So I get to learn from boomers. They actually let me know, like, it's crazy how my dad's like, yeah, we were, you know, kicking it on the porch while they were having war right down the block. I said, what? That's 1960s. He's like, yeah, they were just shooting. You just act like you don't see nothing happening.
Do you feel that by you being raised in that type of dynamic, like you have older parents?
Yes.
So they were raised during a time where people were sticking to staying together regardless. You know,
they've been together for 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 decades.
That is commendable. Do you think that has a lot to do with how you view your own marriage and how you guys are handling it?
I want to say yes, but at the same time, I do have a couple. I always shout out my uncle and my aunt. They've been together My aunt met my uncle when she was 15. He was a little too old. He was 19, but they've been together for almost 40 years. I've never seen that man raise his voice to her. I've never seen that man, like, even when they have uncomfortable conversations, he knows how to talk to a woman.
Yeah, that's a man of patience.
So, like, he taught me what I need to have when it comes to a man. He always told me if a man cares, he won't curse at you. He'll let you know about yourself, but he'll know exactly how to talk to you. He's not supposed to scream at you. Women don't listen to the loudness. We can't focus when it's loud. We focus when you're talking to me. And I also learned from my auntie, like, how to be a wife, how to nurture your husband. Make sure you let him be a man. You let him lead. I took a lot of pointers from my mom and my dad as well, too, because he would bicker with her of little things, and she'd be like, it don't matter, the dinner's still made. So regardless if you're arguing with me, are you still going to eat or not? Like, little cute things like that. Like, I learned from that, he would get upset. I had this thing at the beginning of our relationship where I learned from them when my dad would go to work and come back home and he would be showering, she would have his clothes on the bed, pulled out already for him, and the dinner on the table. He did not like that. He was like, why are you pulling my clothes out? I'm like, because that's what my mom taught me.
I'm a man. I can put my drawers on myself. If I want to wear the boxers with the holes in it, damn it, I'm going to wear the boxers with the holes in it. Don't put those new ones out.
That's your lucky draw. That's your lucky draw.
Right.
No, but I also think I learned with him the most. Like, we learned from each other. We picked up on what was our secret to us working with what we got going on.
Mm-hmm.
Not people can tolerate certain pains the way other people can. Not a lot of people would tolerate it. And not a lot of people work as hard as you want to work. If you're really in love, you're going to work for what you love. I feel like that's the real secret. Like, do you really love who you love? People don't even understand what that word means anymore. They confuse lust with love. And it's like, it's two different things, It's good in the moment. Lust is great in the moment.
Yeah.
But love is like, are you going to love me when I'm angry? Are you going to love me when I'm depressed, when I'm broken? Are you going to pick me up? Are you going to be there when I'm at my worst? If you can love me when it's bad, it's like I told him, if the good overcomes the bad and you can keep that up, I'm yours forever. And that's how we've kept it. That's literally the trick. There's been heartbreaks. There's been all kinds of stuff. Our teenage life was not easy. The
hardest definitely was when we first got together. Within the first 3 years, I think.
First 3 years.
Yeah, right before the first kid came, Eli came on our third year being together. And we was 1 year from I just graduated high school. We moved from Syracuse over to Western New York, so it was like a bunch of new things was happening, and a kid came along the way, and I was scared personally, but I was prepared. Like, I was raised by an honorable man. He was my stepdad, but can't nobody telling me that he wasn't my dad, kind of thing. He raised me, my brother, since we was 2, 3. So even with our household, I seen how a man's supposed to lead his house, how it's supposed to raise kids, how the dynamic of a family is supposed to be. And when it came to a relationship, although my parents did get divorced, I always seen it wasn't my fault, and I'm glad they made me feel that, because some kids have it on themselves. They're like, oh, if I did this, my parents would have known. But my dad really spoke to me as if I was going to be the next man in the house. Although he did that with all my other brothers, so it kind of prepared me. So when I was of age, I will try to make the right steps. And even with him being passed, I still revere some of the lessons we had in the past when it goes to my relationship.
Oh, they may have gotten stuck a minute. Yeah, we can go into a song. Let me drop them down so they can get that fixed. You want to go into a video or something really quickly, bro?
Yeah, definitely go to a little video, see what we got going on, because I got to be careful in the thing. You shut up, my man D Mott, man. R&B singing house, man.
Yeah.
all the things that we've been through. I can really understand why we fight the way we do. Every time I close my eyes, I'm ashamed by the things we've said. We act like there's no love at all by the games that we both play. Taking trips in the whip all alone, watching TV at the crib without you, feeling like a dog without his bone. Girl, I'm miserable and hurt without you, baby girl. Can you feel my pain? I don't really wanna live without you. Wanna give you my last name. I want you.
You're loving. Yeah, that's my joint right there.
What?
Yeah, D-Mont, come on, brother.
Shout out D-Mont.
Your loving. I want your loving. Yes, sir. That's that 90s sound right there.
Okay, right. Yeah. Just bringing it back. Just bringing it back.
Yeah.
I see D-Mont got a showcase going on too. R&B.
Yeah. Good music. Yeah, that's good right there. It's perfect what we talking about. Right, it's perfect what we talking about right now. You know, in that relationship. You know, you gotta let the woman know. I need your loving.
Gotta let them know. Because we need to know that, bro. I think we and you've been married, and the great thing about you and your wife is that you were friends. Oh, yeah. Support you over here, D-Mont.
Yeah, gotta have your loving.
Come on and advertise that event you have going on.
Send us the flyer. You can post that bad boy. Yeah,
we can help you market that joint.
Yeah, have that joint worldwide. You understand me?
Yeah, y'all. I'm proud of what we have going over here at Green Links. We have had over 10,000 people come to our channel just in the last 28 days. So that is amazing because it's really organic growth. So we have our guests back in the house. Hey, Really Rich Real. We have our guests back in the house to talk. Yeah, D-Mont got that R&B. He has the showcase.
You gotta check that out. Yeah, R&B is back. R&B is back, man. And shout out to DJ Anthony, man, doing the old school parties at the Showcase Theater, starting on the 22nd. You know what I mean? Which is tomorrow. Every Saturday after that, it's gonna be ladies' night. Nice little old school. Come in, have a good time. Go out, have a good time. You know what I mean? It's gonna be crowd friendly. You don't have to worry about no ratchetness going on. Just if you want to look for a place to go out and have a good time with you and your girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Come on out. Come bring back to old school. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
2017. I'm definitely here for that type of music. So as we bring them back, I want to actually go into one of the songs. So welcome back. We're used to the technical difficulties. It's Friday. They're like, we don't want to be up here. It's Friday.
Yep. That's right.
So I want to get into, can we play, because I know your music, the album really isn't going to be released until March.
Yeah, pushing for it. So yes.
Okay. So is it okay if we play one of the songs? Okay. All right. So
what are we going to play? Which one are we going to play?
The span. What? Introduce that one. Yo say kid, man. You said.
You say kid me. Yes, I can. Yes.
It's Yo sé que me dices que no by yours truly, Latina Gina, and Bio Vocero Omar.
Yo sé que me dices que no.
Yeah, I know that's right. Yeah, that's it right here. This right here gonna be caliente. Understand me? I know a little something.
I should have gotten Your voice is beautiful.
I think I spoiled you rotten. I think I told you yes so much that you think no is toxic. I'm sure you beg to differ. I'm sure there's other options. Let's change our settings. I regret my not so perfect timing. I tried to sweep you off your feet, but trip, that's not surprising. I hate when you tell me no too. Yeah. I know you want what you want when you want it. Baby, you stubborn as compromise wasn't enough. Yo sé que me dices que no. Don't have me drunk and dancing alone. If you curb me, baby, I'll fall. Nothing said doesn't hurt me at all.
Me encanta yo al despertar. En las madrugadas, eso es sin parar. Nada más yo al tocar. Después besar, cuando dices que no, yo me porto mal. No me da igual, no es lo mismo que sí. Yo me pongo pa' ti, tú siempre pa' mí. Pero al discutir, siempre va a venir, siempre va a venir. Yo sé que me dices que no. Yo sé que me dices que no. Yo sé que me dices que no, y por eso llora mi interior. Yo sé que me dices que no. Yo sé que me dices que no. Yo sé que me dices que no, y por eso llora mi interior. Mi interior. Y por eso llora mi interior. Por eso llora mi interior.
Yeah. I know you want what you want when you want it. Baby, you stubborn as compromise wasn't enough.
I know you want what you want when you want it. Baby, you stubborn as compromise wasn't an hour.
Yo sé que me dices que no. Don't have me drunk and dancing alone. If you curb me, baby, I'll fall. Nothing said doesn't hurt me at all.
I love it, right?
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, that's nice right there. I like that. You know, so that when I hear that joint, I want to hear it. Sound like I'm at a Puerto Rican parade. You know what I'm saying?
Just wanting to get up and
I got the Puerto Rican flag and I got the the thing around my neck and then you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Definitely a vibe. Talk to us about talk to us about the title. And then how did you guys come together to make this music? Because I recall from a prior interview, you saying that a lot of times you don't always agree because you do have different sounds, you know, so.
This one, I go first. She had the song done for months before I even got on it. And it took up until her being like, all right, I'm getting ready to release it. Flip or replace, but you got to figure it out.
He said replace.
I was like, replace? Hold up. Sit right here in the studio. I'm going to get it done tonight. And then one line by one line.
It's not the only song that it's like more than 20 some odd songs. No joke.
She got to put the pressure on me. She got to mention getting me clipped and replaced off the song and then be like, all right, I got you.
Or if not, if we're around my cousin and my cousin's like, oh, I'm going to hop on that. He's like, oh, that's mine. I'm like, the verse is done. The hook is done. He's quick. You're taking too long.
Yeah. I'm so meticulous. I take too much time, admittedly, to write. But overall, when I feel it, it was like this. And that verse for that went pretty fast.
You work good under pressure.
I do. I just think that I gotta get backed into that corner to be able to execute with a song like that. But it was a first for me, so it was a little different. But I welcome the challenge. I should have put priority on that when she was done with it.
Well, for me, it was this EP for me is my baby because I was working on this my whole pregnancy, so I was on a dotted line. Like my timeline is before I have this baby, my EP needs to be done. ASAP, no Rocky. Like once I hit 8 months, I said, okay, I'm recording. I already had Can't Relate done at the beginning of the pregnancy. Then I knocked off Savings. I knocked off Everything. I knocked off DJ and My Few was amazing. Shout out to Paris Glenn. I knocked off Okay. Shout out to Purdy M. He's part of the 40 Acres Familia, and I have VO. Shout out to Armani. Armani
Works.
Armani Works. Yes,
always have more production.
You know, I knocked it all out before I gave birth because I was like, okay, now I can work on releasing what I want to release. You know, so it took a lot of emotions, a lot. Like I cried. Majority of all my songs, I cried, except for like the happy ones but if you listen to the whole EP, which I know you have with them,
you already know.
I think you can hear I'm literally taking y'all on my journey of you gotta go through.
Oh, look at the enemy is added today. Added today. Okay, I'm gonna drop them down again. While they get that together.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, bro. Do you ever go back to the music that you have in the vault? And are you planning on releasing? I know you and Byers are working on something, but I realize as I continue to talk to artists, you guys really be sitting on so much music. Do you plan on releasing any of that aside from the stuff that you and Byers have?
It's all about it's a feeling thing, it's a soulful thing, but it's also timing. Timing is important. Because I know a lot of people releasing music, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool if you know the elements what you need to be doing. It's cool. But if you don't, then it's pretty much it's a waste. But if you actually in tune to what you're doing, it's all about timing. You know what I'm saying? Like I have stuff that I know that I can't release because of certain things in the business. That you know what I'm saying, that it might have to be straight underground. Like I can't even some of the stuff I can't even play in the club no more because everything's digital. Because of you gotta things change now. Like you know what I mean. I'm gonna have to go in and try to get those clearances, sample clearances, stuff like that. But yeah, I have a lot of music. I got enough music to come out with an album. But it was to come out with an album probably every month for the next 10 years.
Yeah. I heard Cardi saying something similar to what you were just saying. You got to get like the clearances and stuff like that. just like the song that everybody's rocking to with Kendrick, Not Like Us. That beat, what did he say? That beat was like 5-6 years old or something.
Yeah. Mustard say he had that in his. He said everybody turns it down. He said like over like 13 artists turned that track down. They didn't like the beat. You know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of he said it, but he sent it to Kendrick and he didn't even know Kendrick was going to use it until he recorded it. Yeah.
Let's bring them back on up here. So welcome back.
Sorry, we're bouncing in between devices. This iPad's at 4%. My phone was at 5%. It looked like it's draining faster than it's charging.
So my 10-year-old, he be grabbing all electronics. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We totally get how it is. I was just asking Joker because I talked to a lot of artists, and all of you guys seem to have so much music in the vault. Like Latina Gina, you were just talking about how you were working on this when you were pregnant. What other music do you?
Oh man, we have music from high school.
Yeah, still sitting in our drive.
Yeah, because so a lot of people don't like. I like what a lot of intellectual artists are doing right now because the 30-year-old era right now, we're so lit because of you guys. Because the 70s, the 80s taught us about soul. People really don't understand what that man, listen, the young crowd, I get it. It's temporary. They're gonna grow up. They're gonna hit that maturity button, and when they hit that maturity button, you know how you look back and you be like, "Oh, girl, you was young. What was you doing?"
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna look back at themselves and be like, "Why was I?" So what? I feel like the era that's in their 30 and is actually doing real good music. We're doing forever music. That's what I want. I want to make sure that when I'm in my 80s, I can still play my EP and not feel old while I'm listening to it. I'm still feeling like I'm still in season. Like that's what the old. I don't want to say old. That's what that era came. That's what I come from. I literally come from the 70s and the 80s. I feel like I was out there. Like I see myself in another lifetime every time I go to sleep. And I've seen myself in the 60s and I've seen myself in the 70s and the 80s. And, my mom had me at a very young age. Like the 90s she was still turned up to the 80s. So I was still learning what a boombox was to turn up on the fire escape outside and by the window. And I was born and raised in the Bronx. So I got the chance to
the birth of hip hop.
I got influence. I'm not like the Cardi B's, but more respect to the Cardi B's ever. I'm a fan, but I'm more of I'm an old soul.
Yeah, boom bap. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. I can spit bars too. I don't talk about.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Really?
I don't sell sex. That's not my material. I like speaking
hip hop.
I like speaking me, and man,
what do you like? What do you prefer to do?
I like both. I feel like if you can write and you're a writer, I believe that if you can write and you're a writer and you understand the rhythm of flow, and you know what flow is, and you know where it comes from, you know what a melody is, you know what a sound is, and you create your own sound, and you know what you're writing. A true writer, not no whack stuff. I'm talking.
Right.
Really sit down and got great pen game. Nowadays, age is a thing, and it's like talent never gets old. God didn't bless me with this talent for it to rotten out. It doesn't rotten out.
That's right.
Yeah. And
I feel like nowadays, for you to be a rapper, you either gotta have a BBL and at the same time be 21. But as a talented artist, I'm 30, respectfully, but. The only thing I have not done yet, and I used to do, was I used to choreography dance. I was in a dance group. I did step before. Like those are I'm an entertainer, and I can actually probably say that. I really love music.
And I love that you said that.
People music. People do music now to get paid. I do music because when I'm bored, I could pick up.
Just talked about that.
I can pick up a pen when I'm outside chilling with my kids because I'm hearing something in my head and I can't knock it out of my head. That to me,
that earworm.
That's how I call myself an artist. If I see a tree and that tree is motivating me like to write something, that's artistry right there. You can't take that away from me. My pen game will always be that. And you know, that's also part of my EP. And you know, one of the songs, "Okay," you get to hear me spin a little something. You know, there's more to me. There's going, like I said, there's songs.
Can I say this real quick? I'm being real vulnerable right now. Okay. Out of all the times I've actually like interviewed somebody or listened to somebody who's actually come from the roots you come from, it's really the first time that at all the interviews I've done that somebody has said that you know, you actually do it for the culture and you don't run after the bag run after you.
Yes.
Yeah. Then that's the thing I was trying to say last week on the morning show between rappers and MCs.
Yes.
Rappers chase after the bag. MCs, the bag chase you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think in both of your music, you can tell that there's passion and the influence, because you don't sound like a lot of the music that we hear coming from so many people. Like I was
Funkadelics, we be turned up. When we went on tour, 1,000 Mile Tour, shout out to 1,000 Mile Tour.
Big shout out to them.
They hook us up with the Bluetooth. I tell my husband, they hooking me up with the Bluetooth. He looks at me, I look at him.
All those throwbacks, like cookout music.
We started with that. You got me going day and night, oh baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Listen, what you know about
that? See, people don't understand. That's the sound that when the Queen said she haven't heard. That's the underground window. Yeah. And in the 90s, you know, people was on the radio and all that, but the underground window was like you go to a showcase where it's in a hole in the wall and you hear some stuff like, this is crazy. The underground window was different.
It's different.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, you know, you was definitely in that realm of the underground, and that's why you sound like you don't sound like nobody.
We go from that to Bonita Applebaum. You gotta go on.
Oh yeah, Tribe Called Quest, all that. Yeah.
Like it's the
all the different eras. I would say tap into us when we write, because we listen to the same music. We share YouTube playlists.
Yes.
Pretty much, we've done it multiple times. I know like some of the best parts of our marriage personally has been those nights where we just sit and play all the songs we remember from our childhood. And then, funny enough, a couple weeks later, then we got one of the hottest songs. And I don't believe in coincidence personally. So, you know, we listen to stuff from the early 2000s down to like the 50s with Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, 50s.
Because I always have to talk to Frank Sinatra.
You gotta learn, in order to know where you're going. I learned this from my husband. In order to know where you're going, you gotta learn where you come from. If you don't know where you come from,
that's right.
Why are you doing it?
It's hard to figure out where you want to go.
I cannot respect the artist that says, well, I was eating cereal the other day, and then that's what motivated me to start rapping. And I've been rapping for a year.
Yes,
wow.
I can't.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm sorry.
Pretty much being a little bit more intentional in what you create, and like understanding that when you get older, will you really want to hear this when you're older? Like a lot of the music I feel like that I write, and sometimes I hear it with her. I don't know if it's to say we rubbing off on each other, but like I speak messages to myself to get me through the day. So even if it's like 20, 30, 40 years later, and it's not me listening to it per se, but my children, and they're able to receive that same message around the same age. So even with music like Be Okay on her project, it's like that's something that will apply to my son when he grows up, because he's going to need those days where he's trying to be okay.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Oh yeah, listen, you see I keep looking this way because I have My niece then came in a couple of times. The dog, I get.
You guys were asking back to us. You guys asking us like, how do we do it in our relationship? Be in the music industry. Mm-hmm. People don't see me behind the scenes or see him behind the scenes, but if you guys listen, if people listen to what we're saying in our music, my husband is clear as daylight. I don't want to share you.
Very intentional.
Very intentional. If you listen to my music, I don't like sharing my husband either. I feel very uncomfortable. Like we still have our boundaries where,
I'll talk about Elon.
Oh, I'm sorry. We still have our boundaries, like as a marriage. You know, we are artists, but sometimes like we have to I have to reel him in sometimes. Like, hey, babe, you gotta come home with me today. Figure it out. Mm-hmm. I don't like to respect that. And it's the same thing with him. He'll be like, I don't like that. Figure it out. You my wife. I don't like that. Respect. Like we still, that's why I say to people, like, if you really love, it's all about how much, like, love. Like it sounds cheesy. I swear it sounds cheesy, but I still get butterflies when I see my man. I still.
You are supposed. Oh, that doesn't sound cheesy. That sounds like love.
It's
that's
like,
what's up.
If you tell me it gets old to see this man then I don't know. People don't really understand what the rest of your life means when you're getting married. You know, there's no respect towards intimacy. You gotta have self-respect and. You gotta learn how to have sincerity. You gotta learn how to have that. You gotta do right by me even when I'm not around you.
Integrity.
Like if you can't.
Integrity.
Like it's something about love. Like I'm really in love with this man, and I told him I know when I empty nest, I know that's what I'm looking forward to. When our kids are grown and we are proud of them, and we got grandkids, but guess what? We're living on the road for a year. We can get away and go on cruises. I want to be them old couples be turned up in the ship. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really about how much you love the person. And this industry is evil. You know, you got to choose what type of lifestyle you want. If you're a real artist, do you want the fame with the art? Do you just want your art to be noticed?
And the respect also. So you both are artists, so you both understand or overstand that sometimes the hours are crazy.
Oh my God, yes.
How do you handle that? You just had a baby, and I know with having a baby that I can remember when I had my twins and coming home and asking my husband at the time, like I didn't understand what was going on with my body, and because I have been baking these babies, I have forgot what my body. So I'm asking him, did it look like this before? You know, so I was going through all of those changes, but I wasn't an artist also. I was a teenage mom. I wasn't working. I didn't have a career at that time. Yeah. I know what that looked like for me, but what does that look like for you being in this industry and going through all of that? Because it is a lot of it is so fake, and they think that you're supposed to look a particular way, and it's all false, you know.
Well, before I answer it, we're gonna get on that one.
We must die again.
We're not cutting cut off. This is a good question. So we want you to answer us on this side of the camera now.
Yeah.
While this one charges.
Okay. Yeah. So how do you balance that without driving yourself crazy? How do you both balance that without driving yourself crazy? Because
I deal with my emotions like my music is crazy because I write these songs years. Like I have music that I'm speaking to my future self, and then it just like people don't get to see the behind the scenes of like a picture says so much. Like, oh, they're so happy. She is so happy. She is doing her thing. Like. I think this third pregnancy made me get more mature mentally Because if it was this third pregnancy, I wouldn't be this ahead of myself when it comes to my music career. But I'm very insecure of my body. Like, you know, he met me at 145 pounds. Shorty was an athlete. I was a MMA trainer. Like I was doing things from I was fit, you know, and then it's like you said, after the first baby, I wasn't tripping that much because I was still like 180. So I was like, okay, I still got it. Second baby comes in, I start feeling it, and I'm like, okay. I see a difference now. And then the third baby, and it's hard when you have C-sections, you know, as I didn't get to push a baby out. So the difference between when you push a baby out and when you have a C-section, it's twice as hard to drop that weight. Because you have to heal. Like it takes you like at least, I want to say, a whole year to 2 years to fully healed. But the point I'm trying to make is when you have a baby and you're dealing in the music industry, you just got to be open to communication. If you don't speak about it, that's going to get you in your mind, and you just not going to ever get out of your mind. Get in a bubble. You got to make sure you speak out so people like you, Miss Vet, be able to hit me up when time is rough. That's the beauty of being an artist. You got to be open. If you're not open, you're not an artist. I'm just saying.
That's a fact.
Thank you for sharing that with us, because I feel like a lot of women, we struggle with those type of insecurities, and for fear of judgment, we don't always talk about it. I found that weight insecurity, all women, I don't care if you are 90 pounds to 900 pounds, we all struggle with that. And after having a baby, we really do struggle even more, because our bodies change. Our bodies are already changing, but when you add a pregnancy and multiple pregnancies, our bodies change. It helps when you have a partner with you who can, you know, reassure you that I don't care. Like I still love you for you. And I've seen you guys out, and you know, the reassurance. You really are like one of my favorite couples, because I know you guys in real life, and I've seen you support each other in real life. And I think that is phenomenal, because we as women, we need that. I know you can tell, and I was on a personal level, you can say, oh, you look beautiful, and oh, you look nice, and oh, I love you. But if we aren't feeling that, it doesn't mean anything. So big ups to you too, Vocero, for being that man to stand there with your wife, because this world can be so cray-cray, and people are so negative.
Expect you to like get your body right as quick as possible. Like,
this is not a filter. This is life. Life is life, and people will be so mean. And I saw that post that you put up last night. Well, I saw it last night, and I'm like, you know what? So I had an incident the other day when I was on live, and someone got on there. First, they tried to drag me about my hair, and then when they see they couldn't do that, then they want to call me a fat N-word. You know, this is all on live. Yeah. And you know what I did? I said, because I know that this is coming from a hurt place, and I'm not going to meet you with your hurt anger. I told everybody on there, just pray for this person, because it's 7:00 in the morning. If you have that much hatred in your heart to come on my live and try to belittle me, that's not a me problem. That's a you problem. You know? So you continue to hold your head up, beautiful, because you are. And keep in mind that you just had a baby. Like literally, the baby isn't even 1 year old. And this is not your first child. You know, like, you better go to HELL. We are the ones baking these kids. They couldn't do it. You know what I mean? So my body is not going to pop back like that. This is not a filter. You know, I don't have millions of dollars to go out there and fix my body, you know, because a lot of what we see are these women out here, they going out there getting lipo and stuff. They're going out there getting lipo and stuff because they have the funds. That's not their real bodies. You know what I mean? So yeah, we aren't doing that. Killing with your success, both of you. Killing with your success. I want to get into. I know you're releasing music, Love, but I also want to ask about, because this is one of my favorite songs by Vocero Omar. Oh God, I'm thinking Kendrick Lamar.
Vocero Omar.
Right. You. There aren't that many artists out there that's in like the millennials that's giving me this type of music, but Kendrick does, Vocero, you do as well. Latina Gina, your voice is just beautiful. Without that melody that you just sang, I'm like, and she don't even have music playing, and your voice is just like a bird. Just, you really are a songstress. Flashbacks don't lie. Don't laugh. This is one of my favorite songs. Let's get into that video. Then I want to ask you about it. I know we have it in the chamber here, bro. So let's take a quick break. And Vocero, go ahead and introduce this song. Don't we have it in here, bro?
I don't see it in your folder, but it might be in mine.
I see it.
Okay.
Vocero, go ahead and introduce this song, and then we're going to come back and get into how you guys, what your writing process is and all of that.
Okay, yeah. So this song is called Flashbacks Don't Last. It's on my album Sounds Like a Plan.
And there's the enemy again. It's always, I'm going to drop this one down. Okay, I see what they're doing. Let's drop this one down, and I'll go ahead into
yeah.
Did you do what you said you would? Go where you said you go? Dream how you used to dream? Know what you used to know? Laugh just like you used to laugh. Can't keep living in the past. Flashbacks don't never last. I still can't remember dreams, but lucky me, you showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I got plenty memories and company. You showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I ain't finna fall asleep uncomfortably. You showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I still can't remember dreams, but lucky me, you showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I can keep on saying that high school wasn't that long ago. Last blunt wasn't that long ago. To whom they were older on the road. No, I'm too over feet this cold, it's my discomfort zone. Left my home to build a throne by emperors and pharaohs, fear to die alone. Ay, you gon' wish for more days on this planet. You gon' miss the days you took for granted. Before we know it, deja vu becomes a disadvantage. Gave way too much to come back empty-handed. I still can't remember dreams, but lucky me, you showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I got plenty memories and company. You showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I ain't finna fall asleep uncomfortably. You showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I still can't remember dreams, but lucky me, you showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. Reservoir Park, AM to PM, I used to get lost. Always daydreaming until it was dark. Firefly beaming, I never forgot. Must be a reason. I took my son to that park, the family teams. I'm wishing my dad could see us. Feel like he helping me push on both of these swings, cause there was the push that I needed. That's when I thought I started singing in Reservoir Park. Started believing in Reservoir Park. Seeing Big Bro perform on stage made me wanna leave my mark. Now the outline made a chalk. I found the meaning of Reservoir Park while I was dreaming of Reservoir Park. I still can't remember dreams, but lucky me, you showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I got plenty memories and company. You showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I ain't finna fall asleep uncomfortably. You showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. I still can't remember dreams, but lucky me, you showed up in the nick of time. You showed up giving it life. Lucky me. Did you do what you said you would? Go where you said you go? Dream how you used to dream? Know what you used to know? Laugh just like you used to laugh. Can't keep living in the past. Flashbacks don't never last. I ain't finna fall asleep uncomfortably. Uncomfortably. I ain't finna fall asleep uncomfortably. Uncomfortably.
And we are back.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite videos too.
Isn't it? It's such a beautiful song. They both are so talented.
Yes.
So talented. All right. It looks like they are getting it together. All right. Let's bring them on up. All right. And we are back, everybody. I appreciate you for rocking with us. I really do, because I know it can be tiresome, especially if you're just getting in the house and the kids are like, Mommy, why you got it? I know how it is.
I've been dying to do this. I've been dying to do this with you.
I'm glad. What does the writing look like for both of you? Do you write together, or do you you all go off and do your thing and then you go off and do your thing? And what does that look like?
I write faster than him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we definitely go off and do our thing.
But he's more picky. Like, this is why he has so much songs in the vault. Like, this is why we haven't put out all the songs that you're wondering about. Maybe one of these days I'll invite you guys over for dinner and I'll sit you guys and
we would love that.
A catalog, maybe, Well, we did it last time when I had my second born. We had a personal kickback. Yeah. We invited different artists, painters, anime, people that were very vendors were in my house. I had people making money and ate good food and drank some good wine and a couple, I had liquor as well. But the point was,
just setting up the ambiance, let people, if they wanted to, spit a song, pass the aux cord kind of thing. But overall,
and
just going
too.
through the whole catalog and just seeing this is what we got.
And we sold merchandise as well.
Had merch hanging up around the house.
Yes, I made it look like an artistic museum type of thing for people to come in and have a good time with us. But I invited specific artists to come and give them a personal side of us. So I'm planning on doing something like that again. I'll keep that under wraps, but definitely you guys have you around.
Keep it under wraps, we said it. We announced it. It's no longer
with football season being over, Joker and I have been talking about Sunday shows for a while, and part of it is cooking. Because cooking is therapeutic for me, especially when I'm going through things. So I'm actually looking for a videographer to assist with Joker's wife, because she's our in-home videographer. Yeah, but we all have to pay our bills. We all have other jobs.
Right.
So to assist with that. Yes, good.
For videographer.
Yeah,
we have some connects. You let us know. We can pitch a couple of them to you.
Yeah, Sunday cooking with Vet Green, Sunday dinner, and having conversations, because it's don't you have the dopest conversations over food?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Always.
Yes.
That's why the mafia bosses be having spaghetti and shit when they making $1 million business plans.
Right. Right.
They come to my restaurant. Grab some spaghetti. Talk about some business.
Real business. I have a deal. Never want to refuse. No, but definitely, I'm quicker than he is. He takes a long time.
I take one for good reason, because you can't rush the process.
No, sometimes you do gotta rush your process.
Vocero, I like his style. I'm the same way.
I'm
the same way. I'm the same way. I got. Well,
if it's over a year, you're sit there for over a year.
No, that's different. That's different.
When I'm doing a feature with somebody, it's different, because that's why I ask a lot of questions when somebody asks me to do a feature. Like I just did a feature with Prince Killer, and I had to really break down and ask a lot of questions so I can know where my speedy recovery of my rhyme got to be. Prepare for that. So I'll ask about 21 questions, so I know exactly then I can speed up the process. But if I'm just creating something and I'm in my bag, am I creating? It takes time. That's gumbo flow.
Right. I think it's like times where it comes, like you can write something in 30 minutes and it's times where it takes 2 weeks to craft the song. It all depends on a few different elements of what that song's going to be when you hear that beat. Sometimes it's like, yo, I'm getting something done tonight. And then the first beat that come on, that is what
you feel rushed like that sometimes?
I don't rush it, but it's just like I know you hear me in I'm like I talk a lot. I can talk for days. I can talk sleep. Like I think so much. I gotta, if I
get it out.
I have to get it out. I'm not writing about I got money. I'm not I'm really writing my feelings out to whatever song, whatever vibe it is. I'll do it that style, English, Spanish, old school, new school. I'm with it. But he, on the other hand, he's more storytelling. Like he still tells the truth. He still being his truth, but he's more of a storyteller. I am the type of person. I'm a diary.
Yeah.
So he's the story. He's the story, and I'm the diary. You know what I'm saying? When you want to get without filter, that's where you listen to me. When you want filter, you listen to him.
I wouldn't say filter. No.
Yeah, because you're on commercial. He is on commercial. I'm not that. You can listen to you, baby. You can put your music on commercials. Like listen to while you somebody.
I mean, I try to make some elevator music once in a while, but
you really can't listen to your music with a Pepsi or the.
That's great. We get ready to pitch some of these things. I would say the storyteller part, that's definitely accurate. But
you're a book, I'm a diary.
Books take sometimes months, years to write. But I'm not gonna take years to write a song. But the fact is, I do have to take you through a journey. Every little part of it does have to mean something, and the hook right there just ties it together. But verse 1 and verse 2. Although it's about one topic, it could be about 2 different separate years of my life. Yeah. You know, flashbacks don't last. It's kind of like that. Like I started off talking about high school, and then by second verse, I was already talking about having a son. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, bringing them back to Reservoir Park and pushing them on the swings, and only that happened when my father passed. So it's like the whole journey, damn near from start to finish, was in between a 5 to 7 year span of history, shrunk down into a 2-year song. Right. And then me having a dream of the harmony, and that was that moment, where it came it's a song that's gonna get done tonight. It was that, because by the time I woke up, and I said it a few times, it was already written. I just had to put it on wax type shit. Like when the hook writes itself, the verses just flow. You know.
Have you ever went back to a song that you had started maybe a long time before, and you went back and finished it? I got
one that I got recently, The Getaway.
The Getaway.
I originally recorded The Getaway in 2019, and I had a different feature for it. I wasn't really too confident with it, so it just sat on the hard drive. This past year, I actually wrote another verse for it, updated it, and released it as a single. So it was at that point where it took 2019 to now to finish the song. Technically, because it sat on the hard drive, because I was just I wasn't really feeling it. I even had to reproduce at that point. So even more recently, that song was in one of those situations to where I reapproached it. But I'm in a moment now, I gotta leave a legacy. If I'm gonna do this shit, I'm gonna take time out of my day to record a song. You bet your ass I'm gonna release it. You bet your ass somebody's gonna hear this. I'm not just gonna do that and let it sit. I got
when it comes to him, but when it comes to me, he's so protective of me that he'll be like, nah, we're gonna wait on that one. And I'll be like, come on, man, what you mean?
You gotta be ready.
You guys gotta come over. I'm telling you, y'all gonna be mad. Y'all gonna be mad because y'all gonna be looking at him so. You tell him right now you got this music singing, and you just why you not take you guys are gonna be questioning him. Why?
See, we're waiting. We're waiting, right, bro? We're waiting.
Yeah. But understand Vocero pattern. His pattern is similar to my pattern of writing. So you know what I mean. I take my time, but once the song is done. It sits there, and I ain't been in the booth with the song, but it's time to record it. It's easy to record. It's easy to how I want to record because I write how I record.
Right.
You know what I mean? Some people just write a song as
That's
song
a great.
format.
That's a great.
I write how I record, so I know exactly when I'm gonna come in at. I know exactly when I'm gonna do the breakdown. I know exactly when I'm gonna double up over here. I'm gonna bring a little character, different character over here. I'm gonna be fun over here. They give you serious at this part, so I already know I write how I record. So
it's easier for you to perform it too when you do it like that.
Yeah. And
you
then
don't think that way.
More emotional with it. And that's why when you hear the B2B song with me and Bars, it was like I had to put in Bars the same way. I had to change certain things that I did this. I got to say this. I just can't say it like this. Like you know what I mean. And that's why I'm a real good producer with other artists in the studio, because if you rapping a song or singing a song saying that you want a drink of water, you need to sound like you dehydrated and you want some water.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to put that feeling into what you're saying. So when they hear it, they be like, yo, that made me want to get a drink of water. Like, we hear it, So, yeah. So, yeah, I write how I record. That's to see.
No, that's right.
Vocero do the same thing. I tell you, do the same thing, too.
Yeah.
What's one of your favorite songs off of the new album that you're going to be releasing?
Okay, so I love all of them. I really do, because they all like, oh my God. So they show all sides of me. Like, they just show all sides of me. But my favorite song from, oh my God, it's hard. So it's Can't Relate and Savings. I'm between both those. But those two songs are like top tier dog for me. My crying song is Everything. When I listen to that song, I start getting into emotion because I think I talk about my past. Situation, that's about me and my man, like how I feel when I feel sexy, it's a little rated R. It's a little rated R. That's why I got the little parental sign on the side of the EP, because for the first time in my life, I'm actually being a little bit more open and tuned with my colors and who I am. But yeah, Can't Relate and Save is just.
Was that? I'm going to play it. I gotta bring it over because you sent them over in a WAV file.
Yes.
And we can't.
Oh, by the way, I recorded myself too while I was pregnant.
Really?
Oh, y'all should know. I learned how to record in the process of being pregnant. Learn how to record myself. He taught me. But yeah.
How was that? Was it easy for you to record while you were pregnant, or did you have some drawbacks with that?
No, because I couldn't work due to the fact that I had a car accident before I ended up pregnant. I still had 3 hernias in my back. So I couldn't work. I was at home all day just in bed rest. I was high risk. My feet were swollen like chicken nuggets. I was just like, all I had time to do was sit in front of a desk if I really wanted to. Sometimes if I was feeling tired, I would, and then when I couldn't sleep at night and he was sleeping, he'd be looking, he would walk in the room like, oh, you still recording? And I'm like, yeah, you want to hear what I got? He's like, yeah. He walked away smiling like, yeah, I did that.
I'm going to put Can't Relate. It is your voice is just without the music.
And then you're gonna hear a little bit of Jill Scott. You're gonna hear a little bit of Yo vibe. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it.
It's still going. Talk to me about Can't Relate as we are getting into it.
Well, Can't Relate came up. Listen, once I heard that beat, it was a rap. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I heard that beat and I was like, hold on.
It did it for you?
I just started I like listening loud. Like people be like, that's not healthy. I'm like, I don't care. I gotta listen to the beat, like loud, all the way up, where I can hear the booming. The speaker gotta be boof. Like when I heard it, I was like, oh wow. I had my hair just skin crawled. Like I just felt like
it is not.
This is mine.
The intro to that will definitely make the back here to your neck stand up.
A lot of people like don't understand. Like if you can relate, that's what I call it Can't Relate because a lot of people, it's a relatable song. It's a relatable song. That's really where it comes from. It's about growing, it's about pain, it's about understanding life and people that don't get to understand life. And I can't save everyone. I can't heal you from everything, but I can still be there in the way I can. But people won't relate. A lot of people can't relate to what I go through. I'm a different type of breed.
At the same time, you're also you're a wife. You're a mom.
Thank you.
Do you find that it is difficult sometimes to try and explain why you and Vocero are doing what it is that you're doing? Because you're both artists, and I mean, it's hard for people to understand this podcasting thing, and it's just me.
Yes, it is hard. I cry a lot. It takes a lot sometimes. Like,
yeah,
I'm even missing my kids, and like, I be going back and forth in my mind. I be telling him, I get emotional every time I tell my kids, but like this whole week was a hassle, you know, rehearsal. I have an 8 to 5 type of job. He got a job, and we go straight from work to work rehearsal. Come home 11 o'clock at night. By the time you come home, the kids are asleep. I didn't even get to say hi to my kids. You know, I stopped breastfeeding because I had to go back to work. That was hard. I not only stopped breastfeeding because of that, but my skin. You know, your skin starts. I didn't have the great experience to breastfeed how I comfortably would, and I started detaching from my baby because once I started feeling like I was healing, we got right back into the music. I was like, nope, we got this to do, this to do, this to do, this to do. Once I got into work, though, man, I barely saw my kids.
Yeah, work is the problem. And we can X out those 8 hours to somebody else's business and just replace that to our own business. Like, we'd be a whole lot happier. It's not like we ain't got the work in us. But
rehearsal was a hassle. Man. You was stuffing rehearsal this week just with that. Like, it's a lot of crying. I cry my feelings out. Because if I don't cry, I'm not only a mom, I'm a daughter. Like, I take care of my parents. So I have responsibilities in the house. As soon as I get in this house,
it's still going.
Everyone needs me. Like, everyone. My mom, my dad, my husband, my kids. I haven't even put my coat off. I haven't even took my coat off. And it's like, I got calls like, hey, don't forget this feature. I have features lined up that if people understand, like, I got so much going on, I cry. I have to cry it out. And like you said, I have to get my body fit. Like, I haven't focused on self.
And you have to.
But the only time I was able to do it was when I was creating that EP. Because the beauty of my pregnancy was just being able to just run with my belly and be with my kids.
It's going to happen. I look at what you all are doing, and I think about, and my kids are grown. You know, I listen. We got your back over here. Got your back over here because it's tough for me, and I cry every day to love. And you have a lot more going on than I do. So just know that it is okay to cry. All that you're doing, love, is watering those tears. All you're doing is watering your soul, and that voice is going to come out even more beautiful. You know, look at Mary J. Blige. Look at the beauty that she's been able to create from that pain. And you're going to be able to do the same thing. So I'm going to give you a few minutes. So we're going to go into the song, Can't Relate. I can relate. I may not be a mom of little kids anymore, but I have 6. So I totally.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. 2 sets of twins, Vocero.
3 kids feel like 6. So 6 must feel like 12.
Wait, 2 sets of twins?
Yeah.
God bless you.
That's wild.
My oldest, yeah.
I said, no, it's like, what's the chances? Twins are rare enough, but 2 sets is crazy.
I know. The first set I didn't find out until I was like 7.5 months. The second set I told my doctor, and she's like, "Oh no, do you know the probability of that is really, really." I'm like, "Well, okay, whatever. I know I'm having twins. I was huge at 3 months." And the pregnancy was so similar, but yeah, it ended up being twins. So came the second set, and
Oh my God.
During that time, I didn't know what postpartum was. It wasn't talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't a thing.
Yeah, not at all. So we're going to get into Can't Relate, and we're going to get into this, and then we're going to schedule another time for you to come on, both of you, and talk, under, more calmer circumstances. Maybe it will be a Sunday dinner at
We can set up.
Go ahead and introduce the song.
And then we're going to... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
This is Can't Relate by yours truly, Latina Gina, produced by me.
Yeah, produced by you as well.
That beat. You made that.
And you can.
Yo, what's
with sunlight and energy infused. I won't forget it. I won't forget the soil. What about the rain? What about the water? The energy's in you. I feel it when I'm breathing in the air. I reel it in when nothing isn't fair. When does it end? When does it end? Come into perspective, it's hard to be respected. You'll never fucking get it. Yeah. Walking with the darkness, it follows me. I want to be my own person, don't bother me. Can't relate, don't relate. Can't relate, don't relate. Walking darkness, it follows me. I want to be my own person, don't bother me. Can't relate, don't relate. Can't relate, don't relate. Who did you wrong? Who did you wrong? I know I cannot fix it all. So many mistakes, making you miss your mark. I still wonder when you'll come into perspective. Misunderstood, that's why I'm asking, do you get it? When does it end? I feel it when I'm breathing in the air. I feel it in when nothing isn't there. Can't comprehend. Trying to live, trying to forget. Trying to live, trying to forget. Walking with the darkness, it follows me. I want to be my own person, don't bother me. Can't relate, don't relate. Can't relate, don't relate. Walking with the darkness, it follows me. I want to be my own person, don't bother me. Can't relate, don't relate. Can't relate, don't relate. Can't relate, can't relate, can't relate.
You are so talented. I hope you know that. You are so talented. I don't know what either of your plans are, if you plan to stay here in Buffalo or what, but just know you are both of you are just so talented. Your voice is one that you don't, like, you can hold your own without anything behind it. Like, your voice is just the music. It really is. And you give me that sound that, and I don't know, I know some artists don't like to be compared to anyone, but tell me that's not early Erykah Badu that you
Yes, Erykah Badu. Yes, Erykah Badu.
Erykah Badu.
Jill Scott.
Right.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's a couple of a nice little soulful artists back in the day that you got. Definitely have that sound. It's perfect. We need that right now.
You are a bright, shining light, love. You really, really are. Your voice is too big for where you are right now.
Yeah, that's a fact. You know what I mean, y'all can live here, don't have the music stay here in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't promote and market none of my music in Buffalo at all.
Yeah.
I know.
You really, it's just because there's certain artists that I look at and I listen to your music, and like you said, I went through down the rabbit hole, and it's like, man, it just keeps getting better and better and better and better, and I love how you just keep getting better and better and better.
Thank you.
Seriously, this is something that should be played on mainstream. It really should, and I pray that that it gets there. Have you looked at any of those distribution deals that or do you want to just stay independent? Because I get it. I'm like,
I like being independent. I ain't gonna lie. I like being indie. I told them I would just want to be under my husband. That's all.
Yeah, be your own machine. Be your own machine.
I like keeping the money within the family.
That's what me and Joker talk about that all the time. Hence his wife, the videographer. It's like we got to keep it in the family.
We create our own. If you create your own family, that's where the money's at. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, hey, we working together.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. So what's next as we close out? Because I do want you to get some rest. It is Friday, and I know the kids are probably So what's next for both of you?
I can say, aside from the EP, I have a photo shoot. There's a listening event. There's another show coming up in March. There's a lot coming up for me. There's tour talks here and there. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of things. We're getting ready to launch off this year. Just know that much from my end.
Yeah. So from my end, my plans have been a little bit more on the music business side. It's been, rightfully so, like the past couple of years as I'm studying it, it's like, okay, well, we're hearing the same thing over and over and over about like where we can take it. Now it's like, how do we fund this? How do we like get to that point? Because we have to be very like practical about it. Like if we're not going to go the label route of trying to get signed to a major, then now we have to be able to stand on our own 2 feet and operate as a label, as a
you got to be that machine. You got to be the machine.
The machine.
You got to do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And that costs a lot of money.
It costs a lot of money, and things more valuable than money, relationships, because even money can't buy certain relationships.
That's a fact too. All day.
A lot of networking and being able to go to these places. So not rule number one, but priority number one is finding a way to transition out of this 9 to 5. Because I personally feel like everybody can do something a whole lot more constructive with that 9 to 5 hours, pacing towards something. So we're preparing ourselves to make sure we're able to make a transition, build our own music business and keep it in house and teach our friends how to do these things and then being able to expand to the public. Because, anytime I think I'm onto something or learn something, I will share the information with anybody that got 2 ears to listen, because it's not enough for that. And I'd be wishing that I wouldn't have to go pay X amount of dollars for a course to learn something that like set off the light bulb. Like, let me plant the seed elsewhere. So, build and take care of us so we can take care of the people we love. You know what I mean? But I got enough catalog out, so you know what I'm saying? I got a lot to promote. I got a lot to promote right now. Like,
do you have more music coming out soon? Do you have new music coming out as well?
I got 4 songs that's planned for release as is. I don't know if I'm going to release more of that this year or may change it to 4 releases and maybe the 4th be an EP. But I want to make sure that I let every song that I have released in the past get some rightful shine. Because even as of right now, I technically have like 50 releases out. Like, it's no reason why every 50 release doesn't have 100,000 minimal like ears on it. You know what I'm saying? If I know how to get it. Now, okay, I need a marketing budget, right? Back to the business. You know what I'm saying? And it all feeds back into, like, what are you doing with this LLC that you started? Like, we got to get yourself looking good. And that ties into personal credit. So I even went down the rabbit hole with that, learned how to repair my own. Show my wife how to repair hers, her cousin, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, we're saying we're doing this. So it ties back to, like, self-care. And it's not just, like financial, but it's kind of financial care is self-care. You know what I'm saying? And we still got a whole house that we're trying to manage upstairs, you know what I'm saying, with the kids and the grandparents. So it's hard to balance, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. But that's what's going to be happening. You're going to see us get our balancing act together live pretty much throughout the whole next however many months left.
Change is coming.
Yeah. And record it. People, especially people, like I'm a fan. Like I like you both, you know, I like you guys, but I'm also a fan. I want to see what Vocero and Latina Gina. I want to see the babies and how they're getting on your nerves and stuff like that. Like I want to see that stuff.
Yeah, change it to a reality show with clippings of what's going on in your life. That's how you grab that fan base before they hear the music.
Right. We've been talking about it. We've been trying little talks here and there.
In a sense, it's a little weird because I know that comes with the territory, but you know, your house is sacred, and I don't like reality TV because they welcome people in and like, and they don't even be their house. Like reality TV, just like I get it. You can filter out some things. Not about love or hip-hop.
Yeah, you can filter out some things, but that's what short form content marketing to bring the music out. Is to bring that to the table. Don't bring all your business to the table, but you know, bring certain things like at the dinner time. They want to see the baby drop a bottle and cry. They want to see that.
Yesterday they were having a ball scene.
Oh yeah. We was on mommy and daddy mode during the performance of the AKG, and we brought our 2 out of the 3 kids.
And they're like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. I'm like, really? Okay.
Yes.
The youngest one was like, shoo, 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 shoo.
But that is right. That is the real reality right there. There's this mom that I follow. She calls herself a stay-at-home mom. Her name is Raquel Ashley. And I wish that I had her around when I was raising my kids, because I thought that my house had to be perfect. Everything had to be perfect. What was going on is I was stressing myself the HEL out because I'm thinking that I'm supposed to have this perfect TV life. And it's like, no, these kids tearing stuff up. You know what I mean? Like that's the reality of it. And I love that she shows that on her YouTube page.
The whole dresser.
My 2-year-old climbs everything. So we had to hold him during the performance so he stopped just like trying to climb chairs and dressers upstairs.
Good content. Amazing content right there.
Ooh,
right.
Amazing content right there. You know, and it works though, like I did with my Haters album. I had clippings. I didn't know I was doing short form content at the time. I was still trying to learn, but you know, I was doing clippings of things that I was doing throughout my walk of doing that, and then you know, you know it, I didn't use those DSPs nothing at that time, but I sold over 10K hard copies, so you know what I mean. So it's like it took a lot of work. Will I do it again? No. Me and my wife. I want to do it again.
So in closing, what would you guys like to leave the listeners of Green Links World Entertainment with? Make sure that you shout out your handles, your new album, when we can expect to hear it, when everybody can hear it, and give them an encouraging word.
Well, if you're an artist, love what you're doing. Don't hold back. You hold back, you won't regret it. Time is not real, but your body, you're gonna feel it in your body. Other than that, if you're in love, be in love. Be in love and love what you do. Truly love what you do. See you next Saturday. We'll be out March 1st.
Okay. Now next Saturday, where can everybody see you?
See you next Saturday. We'll be in all platforms.
Okay. Well, Sarah, what would you like to leave the listeners with?
Find a way to get rid of your damn 9 to 5 and bet on yourself. For real.
Received.
My
love. Find a way to cut the bullshit out that TV be putting about love and find love for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be afraid to be cheesy. It always kicks in. It really does. Being cheesy and cute really does win a woman over.
That's what's up.
Wait, I'm cheesy.
It's cute when you do.
I thought it was just like being like what is it called? What's the word I got for it? It ain't cheesy, but like I ain't cheesy.
Romantic?
No, it's like
sense of humor
of game, but like you make sure you make a laugh. Like I'm very intentional trying to make you laugh. So like it's not a game per se, but it's like quirky. And that's a little weird. Like I don't know the word I'm looking for, but yeah, Bigfoot romance and all the extra stuff.
What do you and make sure you guys tune in tomorrow to the Morning Show podcast. Look, I'm tired too, y'all. I think I've been up since 1.
Yeah, but I'm gonna pick back everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Find true love. Do what you do. The 9 to 5 thing is definitely dope because I stopped doing 9 to 5 for 3 years straight.
Mm-hmm.
But you still had to have that one person in the house to balance it out a little bit in 9 to 5. But which is my wife, but we balanced it out pretty good, and I did pretty well. But I moved back to Buffalo. I had to get back on the 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
But but I also I exercise certain things in my life where I can always make a little money in my sleep anyway. So I figured that out. So it's doing okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to get at. Make sure I can make money in my sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm so ready. I keep telling myself every year it's about to be that year I quit my job.
Yeah.
I'll be getting
a lot of work. If you need any input, any one-on-one talk, I got your back. Always hit me up. Inbox me all day long. And if you want the digits, I give you the number. You can always see anytime any questions, anything I need. I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. It's true.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna leave you with tune in tomorrow. I think I'm usually in bed. Tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Yes.
All right.
Love y'all long life. Thank you both for joining us today. We will be back tomorrow with the Morning Show podcast at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Vet Green Show and things over here at Green Links World Entertainment will be changing because I'm not afraid to change. I'm not afraid to try new things. Make sure you follow our new YouTube page, Jamming with Vet Green. That's where you're going to see a lot of the music that I be jamming to. Latina Gina's music is going to be over there. I'm going to make sure that's in the play. Vocero music is going to be in there. Prince Bam Fam. I'm going to have my bros music on there. We got some changes coming. And we are here to support all of you. If you want to have your music played on there, all you got to do is hit us up and we can talk. We are not just going to play your music. We are going to help get that music out to the over 10,000 listeners that tune in to us all the time. So I love y'all long life. Have a wonderful, 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 wonderful wherever you are on purpose because you can.